We're back with the New Music Alliance Radio Hour with Mark Ramone, Violet, and myself, Amanda Meli. And you just heard Mother Juniper, Apology from Hades, Catsy, 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 Death Song.
Let's start with Mother Juniper out of New Haven, Connecticut. I am definitely a fan of this song and a lot of her stuff. Really excellent singer-songwriter and storyteller. This one got re-released off of Write the Soil Lighter, which just came out this year, and it was a really awesome record.
I checked in with Mother Juniper, who's Lindsay schedule, and she said Apology from Hades explores the myth of Persephone and Hades from the perspective of Hades' apology. And I've always been fascinated by the story of these two, and I love the musical Hades Town, which is based on in part these two, and it's kind of interesting, and I love how she took it from that perspective.
Yeah, it's a really cool one. I am always a fan of anything to do with Persephone, and she's just a very, very talented songwriter.
Yeah, I felt a little bit of Brandy Carlisle there, and then she had some cool beats hop in, and then there was unique plucking and a guitar solo they were like perfectly in balance with the song. Perfect. I feel like that song should have been on the movie Juno, the soundtrack. They should probably change the entire soundtrack to add this song.
I get it. And Mother Juniper also does a lot of like sort of chamber pop adjacent stuff, which you can sort of hear in this, but you also hear in a lot of other stuff. So it's just very, very talented artist.
Wow.
And then before that, of course, Catsy, Catsy, Catsy with Death Song out of Northampton, Massachusetts. They're an incredible, incredible artist doing a lot of different things. They're a good photographer. They're an excellent guitarist, a singer. They've even made like beats and sort of just interesting stuff in a more jazz influenced direction. They're all over the place and they do it all well.
Yeah, so this June I got the opportunity to see them. And so they just entranced the entire room. From like old school blues, I had a guy come up with tears in his eyes, an older man, and he said, he's legit. Oh, he's the real deal. And like literally tears. And then they went over and started to do this entrancing, like, I don't know, this vibey music that I can't even explain, but it felt spiritual. And so it was intense, and they were so kind.
Love this song because it kind of reminds me, it has that Woody Guthrie feel to it. It's very raw and folky.
Yeah, that's something they tended to lean into in a lot of their sort of bluesy stuff, is this very stripped down Americana. It's so stripped down that it almost is hard to pick out. It's just so subtle and careful about it. It's really, really clever stuff. So what do we got next?
Well, let's crank up the volume a little bit in the next block. We're going to start off with Bella's Bartok with Frankenstein's Monster.